Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, a very warm welcome to you too. Here are all of our cars in the Supercar Sound Off. We're going to find out which one sounds best by getting everyone to cheer. That's coming up at the end of the video, but first, let's see our first 3 demonstration runs.
Beautiful McCallum, the sun shining down on that gorgeous screen paperwork, and just behind the driver and passenger, a 3.8 litre V8 with 2 turbochargers. The flag drops and away we go. So can he stop in the centre? Has he done it? If he has, don't forget to cheer for me. Let's move on to our Porsche. Rear engine, of course, the engine over the rear of the 2 rear tyres there. 3.8 litre flat 6 engine, so different configuration. But he's got the traction of the Porsche. Ginetta G32. This one with the Rover V8. This is number 98 of 98. Always puts on a good show. Doesn't like his tyres much, this guy. Let's see what he does for them today. So he's got the flag ready to drop. Our driver's looking down. If you like the sound of V8, you're going to love the sound of this. And usually he locks up. That's what he does. It's coming to a stop, and I think he just about did it. Now then, if you like lightweight stuff, you're going to enjoy this. This one's actually got a Vauxhall engine in it, 2 litre inline 4 red top, about 250 brake horsepower. Because there's such little weight in it, does 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. Here we go. Ready? Throaty noise coming in from that naturally aspirated 4-pot. So we keep to the lightweight thing. It is, of course, a Amira 3.5 litre V6 in the middle of this, with a supercharger for 406 horsepower. Back down, give the tyres a little bit of a chance to get some traction. Coming to a stop nicely in the centre there. V6s always seem to hell. So what we're going to do now, we've brought them together right at the bottom of our main straight here. There's an ancient monument built in 1200 AD, so, you know, about 800 odd years old. And what we don't want to do is add to it. We don't want to put one of those cars in the front room. As beautiful as they are, we prefer to keep them looking the same shape and colour as what they were when they went down. So we stop them, bring them back together, and then we run them all the way back up our demonstration straight and take them into our holding area. So you'll see them again in a minute. And don't forget, when you share your photos and videos, to use the hashtag Beaulieu Supercar Weekend, as we'll be choosing a winner for tickets to the Supercar Weekend in 2025 from those who do. Looking down the straight, I can see the checkered flag is stood in front of our McLaren, ready and waiting to join us again. Got a little halt at the top of the hill, just waiting for the all clear. And we've got thumbs up from our marshal, the flag drops and away we go. It's that 3.8 litre unit that's in that McLaren's been used. Still pointing out fantastic performance, actually first seen in the old MP412C, if you remember when that first came out. Next up is one of our grip and go Porsches. Doesn't matter what the weather, what the conditions are, they always seem to find the traction, the Porsches. Thumbs up, flag down, away we go. Hard on the brake, the nose sniffing around like a sniffing dog. short of that now with our next car. It is our G33. This is the very last one made, number 98 of 98. With a stonking great Rover V8 up front and our driver with lead-soled shoes. Let's see what he's going to do. He doesn't seem to, be gentle on the accelerator or brake. He seems to have 2 settings, on or off. Here we go. I don't know the brakes. Not so sure. Have you got 6 bags in there? I think you might need them. Right, coming up next then, keeping with this lightweight theme, we've got our Caterham with that Vauxhall red top engine in it. Have a listen to this car because it's naturally aspirated. You can actually the filter sitting outside of the car, gasping the air in. Hard on the brakes there. Just moved to a new digs down in Dartford. Absolutely incredible setup there now. You should check it out. They even do factory tours. Well worth checking out. Carrying on then, let's have a look at what our Lotus can do. This one with 2 more cylinders in a V formation. Hard on brakes. Also got a supercharger added for good measure. Snapping through the gears, all the nose drive straight down. We're up to the top. Big smiles from both driver and passenger. That's our first batch. We've got another batch coming up. Ladies and gents, put your hands together for the Ferrari 4x8 Italian. This one with the roof down so you can hear that 4.5 litre V8 really sing. If you saw the McCallum earlier. Twin turbo V8 and McCallum was taking the fight. Was in our second one-off titanium exhaust. Doesn't sound like a car. Sounds like machine guns. So you sure you fitted an exhaust? You sure? Amazing. Let's have a listen to this. The flag comes and it falls. Away we go. What a formidable sound. And the engine in that. This is still one of the fastest 4 dual saloons around the world. It's faster than the 4 dual saloon of Porsche electric motors, and that's how quick it is. It sounded just as good when it first came out. 5 litres. It's 600 horsepower. Now then, our 720S lines up. This one, the engine is slightly larger at 4 litres, still a V8, still with 2 turbos, but there's a clue in the name. It's 720S with 720 horsepower. Funny hop off the line there, hard on the brakes, and even the aero brake didn't quite make the stop, but what's our driver going to do? Re-engage launch control, and send it straight down. We're keeping with the same formation, V8 in the middle of the car, but we're taking the turbos off now. Let's have a listen to natural aspiration from the Italians here. Had one of these take part yesterday. The helm on that V8 revs so keenly. so good, quite closely related in fact to the predecessors of 360, and then the successor of that 458 really saw a new generation of Ferraris coming in. Of course now many Ferraris are using both turbochargers and additional electric propulsion, but the classics there, they still sound so good. Right, let's regroup them together and get ready to see them come back up our hill here. They'll do the exact same, stopping in the centre, keeping our eyes on all drivers, see if they can improve the performance of previous. Lining up, it is our 458 Spider. If you have a look in the front, you can see two winglets on the grill there, at speed. 562 horsepower on that 4.5 litre V8. Through down, you can hear every single note. Right, looking down to the bottom of our track there. The flag slowly waving in the wind. Our driver waiting to plant the foot on the loud pedal. You can hear our next batch is already warmed up, ready to go. The thumbs up, the flag's down. Here comes our Aston. Unbelievably loud this one. From the turbos as well. Glorious. Next up then is our Jaguar. The Project 8 supercharged V8 in the nose of this. Thumbs up, flag down, away we go. Hard on the brakes, 600 horsepower. And even though to get a little bit now, still the fastest four-door around the Nürburgring, even beat the Taycan Turbo S, the full EV from Porsche. It is properly rapid. Now then, let's see our McLaren. No sniffing around, maybe it's looking for some more traction as it comes back up the hill. Through the gears, huge smile from both passenger and driver there. Looking down the hill then, it's just the final Ferrari, the F430 now, to come up and join us. Here we go. And hard on brakes, we have a squeal from the tyres, really getting the... Using all of the rev range, absolutely superb. Now, ladies and gents, please put your hands together for this next car. It's one of 99 built. This is the Aston Martin Vanquish shooting brake, the Zagato, V12 up front. These, when they were new, were £600,000. Now they're over 750. We're going over 200 miles an hour in this before we run out of profit. But it's very hard not to when you see that go down the hill. Next up then, let's have a bit more. Mustang. 5 litre V8 up front, rear wheel drive. Now even when this was sat up at the top of the hill here yesterday, the rear wheels were turning while it was waiting to go. And I'm looking over and I can see a trio of Lamborghinis next. Away we go, that's what we want. There you go, Sophie. New perfume for you. They called it burnt rubber. Now then, here we go. Here we go. Anyone like the Lambos? You're going to love this. course, the Performante Spider. What's a small car as well is when you get close to it, you realise just how compact it is, but there's nothing small about the engine. The flag drops. Away we go. On the red braid before just ducking down to come to a stop. No. Oh Lord. Go on. Line up. Line up.
I should have known it was you. I should have known it was you. You still can't drive, can you?
Now, Tim, we've been doing this for 10 years. That's when I first met you, and I just wanted to say, and I'm sure all the crowd want to say, thank you for your work and your effort in making this a special event for us all. So thank you, mate, and thanks for 10 years, and you earn every bit of applause you ever get, mate. Well done.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Right, I'd like to judge. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you. But this event isn't about me. It's about you guys and it's about these cars. So let's hear this fabulous V12 sing. You ready? Let's hear it.
But I tell you, if I got an active exhaust for those flaps open, you wouldn't have heard yourself think. Very kind words from our driver there, Alan. Thank you very much, Mr. Rob. Now then, slightly smaller engine with still V formation, still in the middle. And this one, I can tell you already, is going to be very, very loud.
He's actually done great with the brakes on this because he enjoys it so much. Needs a little bit extra stopping power.
If you enjoy the sound of that, make sure you're around for the sound off later. It was a bit loud for you, dear. Well, make sure you're around for the sound off because they get even louder than that. Right, let's group our cars back together now. Let's bring them back up to the top of the hill. Ah, yes. You might be able to hear our resident Asbo coming to join us. He's in the STO and he won the sound off yesterday. Can he win it again? We'll see, we'll see. He's definitely going to put on a demonstration for you, that's for sure. That's in the next batch. We need to bring this batch back up to the top of the hill. I can see on the big screen there that they are starting to line up now. When you're watching the demo runs, if you find that you can't find a good spot in this one and you're looking for a better place to watch next time round, there is a fantastic opportunity on the big screen in the main arena where everything is streamed live. And don't forget, you can watch all of the highlights from the show today on YouTube tonight. Just search for Our Tim, that's my YouTube channel. The video from yesterday's on there already. Such a pretty car this, and you just don't see them anywhere.
Fuel filler cap just popped open there. Maybe it's thirsty. It's after a drink. I know the feeling.
Right, next up then is our Mustang. One of the things you can do with the Mustangs is line lock, where you basically lock the rear wheels together and spin them up to create big smoky burnouts. Will he do it this time? Let's find out. Yes, he will. There we go. We can see the smoke appearing. It's come to a stop. Do you want to see a burnout? Let's hear you, ladies and gents. If you want to see a burnout, cheer him on. the front. Let's put the V10 in the back. Just look at the number 11 on the track now. Oh, we've got everything. We've got Burnett, we've got V8 Thunder, V10 howling.
Let's up the ante even more, shall we? Let's keep
To that V12 now. The thumbs up, the flag's down, the foot's planted. Here we go. Such a big brute of a car, this really does like to get herself going. I dare say that he's still hungover from yesterday. That car's not going to help. Right then, next up, we will have our final Lamborghini. This should be final car of this platform. We've got even more coming up for you. The driver of this told me in the briefing this morning I've upgraded the brakes. He didn't tell me anything about the exhaust. There's definitely nothing stock about that. The thumbs up, the flag's down. Here she comes.
Very good. We like that a lot. Now, ladies and gentlemen, would you like some more? Yeah? All righty. Well, let's have our Lotus, shall we, then, ladies and gents? We've seen some heavyweights. Let's have something a bit lighter. This is one of our sported bears cars. So the passenger in this car has won his seat in the raffle. The raffle is open again now. Head over to those yellow marquees down by the crossroads, and you could be in the passenger seat of one of the cars this afternoon. Just make sure you buy raffle tickets over at the Sporting Bears.
You okay up there?
At the very top of the red range there from that mid-mounted engine. Right at the back of the car. And this, we're adding turbos to it as well. Now the Porsche's always grip and go. I've been doing this for many years and I am yet to see a Porsche not find traction here. Even when it's pouring down the road, I find traction. Porsche's philosophy should be able to stop as quick, in fact, twice as quick as it can stop. Now, ladies and gents, please welcome the Sound Off winner from yesterday. It is our Lamborghini. Now, you, listen, you were nautical yesterday. Child, that's what's Who's that man-child? Yes. Absolutely is. Petrol, it sounds more like bullets coming out the back of that. The thunder of our 5 litre V8 in front of our Mustang. Let's see it do its thing. But today, I'll tell you what, the Sound Off is I don't think there is a standard GTR in the country anymore, is there? This one certainly isn't. Considerably quick from the factory was 480 horsepower, now 710 horsepower in doing that. Takes a 0 to 60 down from 3.2 to just over 2.5 seconds. And the driver said, oh yeah, the only thing I've done from last year to this is make it even louder. He wasn't joking. So that's our next group down. Let's regroup them together and bring them back up. I've just given you a sneak peek now of the next batch that's due to come. I can see, starting us off is our Ken Miles replica GT40 Mark II. Yes. I can then see a line of orange behind with Lamborghini and McCallum on the noses of the cars. It's a real treat coming up for you in our next batch, but before that, we need to bring them back up, and I can see our Lotus is lined up. It's all ready to go. Looking down for our marshals, give the thumbs up, there it is, and away we go. You could be in the passenger seat of one of the cars in the next 2 demo runs. Head over to Sporting Bears with all the money raised going to charity. There, the porter, I saw just a slight little squirrel as it got there, but then catching the grip again. Absolutely formidable to drive the Porsches. I know they're a bit marmite for some people, but when you drive one, what an experience. They are simply exquisite. Also sounding good. It's our 5-litre Mustang next. Let's see this, come on. Flag drops. The noise is just formidable out the back of that Mustang. Lamborghini against the Mustang. They were the final 2 as voted for by everybody. Can a Lamborghini beat a Mustang again today, or will it be something else? We'll find out at 4 PM. Next then is our GTR. Doing well there, hard on the brakes. Of course, this has had many upgrades over the years. You don't hear that come from behind, but as they come back up, you can really hear it from the front. It's absolutely wonderful. Next up, it's another one of our Dream Ride cars, and this is a Ford GT40 Mark II, a Ford Ken Miles replica. I'm sure you've all seen Ford versus Ferrari. An amazing film. Of course, you'll recognise this car too. Just as good as it looks. Still such a delightful car to see. Being 40 inches tall. We'll keep the engine in the back, but rather than V8, this time V10. We'll take the roof off so both driver and passenger here can hear every single note of this. V8 in the back, we've had V10 in the back. Now we've got V8 in the back again, but with 2 turbochargers. Of course, this was against the 458, which had also V8 in the back, but was naturally aspirated. McCallum went for slightly smaller displays, but with turbos, which Ferrari then went on to many years later.
Mustangs.
Not hardly back at all. Now, we've got two Mustangs coming up, but they're very different beasts. So our 5-litre V8, have a listen to this one, paying close attention to it, because the next one looks very similar.
But our driver has modified it with 2 turbochargers and taken it to 900 horsepower. Let's see this one first.
Fantastic 5-litre V8 with 460 horsepower. This is what happens. Turbos to it, and you take it to 900 horsepower. The 0-60 drops from 4.3 to 3.2 seconds. The top speed goes up to 180 miles an hour.
And the driver told me I put old tyres on today. Let's find out why. Even on tick over, you can hear the turbo spooling away. Walking away. She's itching to go. Waiting for the all clear. Have your cameras at the ready, and don't forget to use hashtag Beaulieu Supercar Weekend when sharing your photos and videos. You can win tickets to Supercar Weekend next year. So the turns, the flag drops. Here we go.
That new perfume you're wearing, what's that? Is it burnt rubber, I believe? I'm sure all the guys over there are you happy with that burnt rubber? Yeah, everyone thumbs up. That's what we like to see. You guys down in the middle, word of warning, if you thought that was loud, let's see what he does on the way back, shall we? We're all going to get home and like all your friends and family go, what have you been doing today? Having the best time of my life is what I've been doing today. Let's regroup them up, shall we? Let's bring them back up again. Of course, we started with our Kemal's GT40 Mark II, that V8 right in the centre of the car. It was the car that took the fight to Ferrari at Le Mans. Come to a stop in the sense they're such a beautiful design.
With a huge amount of clout to go behind it as well. Fantastic to see the GT40. Of course, that was one of the Sporting Bears cars, the passenger winning his seat in that car here today over at the Sporting Bears stand. We've got the all clear for our next car, our Lamborghini. Hard on the brakes, roof down so you can hear that V10 Oh, I was waiting for the downshift there. Hear the revs rise and that lovely crackle appears.
Now keeping the engine in the back. This slightly different setup. Still in the middle, still V formation, but this one with 8 cylinders rather than 10 and with 2 turbos. Hard on the brake, it looks like it's having a little sniff around, see if you can find any traction out there. There won't be much left for our Mustang to come back up.
Very nicely done, still a great looking car, the McCallum.
Right then, we've got our 2 Mustangs left. The first one is how Ford intended it, that 5-litre Coda V8, putting out about 460 horsepower, giving the top speed about 155. The one coming up behind that is how our drivers imagined it. hard on the brakes. Still a great sounding car.
Absolutely wonderful. Now, this is what happens when, well, let's be honest, you're a bit unhinged.
2 turbos onto the V8 takes up to 900 horsepower. The driver tells me it's the only twin turbo Mustang in the UK. You're about to see it now. Let's see what's left of those tyres. Would you like a burnout? Come on, let's get you going. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, cheering on if you want to see those tyres get shredded. Cheering on, let's hear you.
Wow, absolutely. Deep blue colour, yellow calipers, here we go.
In the exhaust. Next up, L1 or ZL1, I should say. 6.2 litre V8 supercharged as well, 720
Brake horsepower, one of the most powerful cars in this one. You're going over 200 miles an hour if you let it run out. Think car driver here. Here we go.
Oil of that thing once it got off the line. Now we're talking. White fires at road rubber, that's what we like to see. There again. And the forecast in the middle of the track is smoke and fog. Sunny everywhere else.
Top of the track out there, Tony Hill waited to head down the track. 6.2 litre V8 driving away with the exhaust pointing left and right, so you're sure to hear more of 500 brake horsepower Honda down our track in just a couple of seconds time. 3.4 seconds, 60.
Hard on the brakes. Now then, the edge view. If you say not keep the noise down, well, you can make as much noise as you want now.
Very appropriate number plates on this as well. Loud, and loud it is.
As well, sounding glorious. Straight 6 engine in front of us. Favourite of BMW as well, have the straight 6 up front.
This one with 380 brake horsepower. 160 in under 4 seconds. But there are absolutely 0 driver aids in this.
No ABS, no traction control, it's all down to the driver and his talent. So I can see what remains of the tyres all the way up here. I can see that there's literally rubber stacked up in the centre of the track from that Camaro. Let's see if he's got any tread left. to leave on the track in the centre section there. And don't forget, ladies and gents, your final opportunity to be a passenger in one of these cars. Head over to Dream Rides, the Sporting Bear stand with those two yellow marquees. Get your raffle tickets in. Every single penny that is raised here today is going to the Simon Says charity. And a big thank you to Sporting Bears for supporting the event and indeed all of their hard work. Make sure you head over there because the final draw of the day will take place this afternoon and you could be in one of the cars in the 3 o'clock run. And even if you don't make it into that, there's the opportunity for you to win tickets to Goodwood Revival with them as well. Thumbs up, our Aston is on the track. Coming to a stop. Very elegant car this.
It's sounding very mature as well indeed. Wonderful to see that. What a beautiful, beautiful car.
Now then, let's hear the noise, shall we? He's already doing a burnout. The flag is still there and he's disappeared behind it. The thumbs up, but the marshal can't see because of the tyre smoke. Okay then, ladies and gents, would you like another burnout? Come on, let's cheer him on, ladies and gents. Let's cheer him on. Let's hear a cheer, clap, let's make some noise. Let's see those tyres be shredded to smoke. Keeping with the glorious noise of the V8. Shelby Daytona coming up here, 6.2 litre V8 with 5.
And with those twin tailpipes inside, you get the full experience of every single horsepower
Stood to the left and right. Next up then, looking down to the bottom of the track, you can see the thumbs up and the flags down, away we go. Hard on the brakes, even just clipping the nose on the tarmac there.
says it all.
Keeping with our TVRs then. Can hear our straight six howling away up the track.
And up it comes that beautiful clip paint of the beautiful curves of our TVR. That's our second batch up the hill now. Let's bring on our next. We're starting with our McCallum. That V8 right in the centre of the car. This 570 GT coming out 562 horsepower.
Two turbos attached to it. Now this next car is no slouch. In fact, it's still one of the fastest four-door saloon to lap the Nürburgring, even faster than Porsche's Taycan full EV. That's how quick it is. Huge bar coming from that supercharged V8 of the Jaguar. Don't don't you start saying only 600.
We know that you've turned that up to 11. So Ron, what has he changed? He said, I've made it louder.
We have. We had a huge pop and bang from that earlier. Starts out with 480 brake now, pushing over 700 in that.
And this Alpine A110, this one, a cooler edition, so with 292 horsepower.
Inline 4 turbo, same engine as you'd find in the McCallum RS. Now this was one of our loudest cars this morning.
Turned right up to 11, bigger brakes also. That V10 ready to help.
Dark fries as it changed through the gears. Driver and passenger sat literally inches away from the front of that car. So we've grouped them together at the bottom. We're now going to turn them around and bring them back up. A few people have said, why do you stop the cars halfway down? Well, a couple of reasons. One, it gives them, the drivers, another opportunity to put on a fantastic demonstration for you, ladies and gents. The other reason is, just at the bottom of that straight, there's a little kink. Just behind those bales is a building built in 1200 AD. It stood there for around 800 years. We'd like it to stand there for another 800 without having one of these embedded in the front room. So we slow them down a little and give you a bit more of a demonstration. Now looking down the track, I can see our first car is lined up. The McLaren is ready and waiting. That turbocharged V8 in the middle of the car is ready to unleash all of its power. We've got the thumbs up from the marshal, the flag drops, and away we go. Nicely stopped in the centre, launch control again.
Such a subtle design, but when you get closer you can see loads of beautiful details.
I'm sure you check that out. Next up then we have one of the fastest four-door saloons to ever lap the Nürburgring. That supercharged V8 barking away with 600 brake horsepower.
Hard on the brakes, using every inch of the track there.
Next this is our GTR that's been turned up to 11. Now with over 700 brake horsepower coming from that V6. Hard on the brakes. Now on the overrun, this makes an incredible noise.
What's lovely to hear as they come towards us, you can hear both induction noise and also the turbocharger and supercharger noise, hearing that coming from the front of the car. Next up then, we go a slightly smaller capacity. The Alpine here with 292 horsepower, but of course very lightweight. Hard on the brake, same engine as you'd find in the McCallum. Of course, being such lightweight, obviously it loses speed very quickly indeed,
Which is just what you need when you're out on track. There's no mistake in that 10-cylinder hell. It is, of course, our Lamborghini.
Sounding absolutely beautiful again. Thank you so much, sir. Big thumbs up indeed. Next then, looking down to the bottom of the track, I believe we've got all the cars back up to the top. So we should hopefully be having our next batch. So for there, the wrong flag in hand. We don't want the red flag, we want the checkered flag, because we're going to welcome our friend from Brookspeed. Hello, nice to see you. We're going to be seeing these guys in the main arena in about 30 minutes' time.
One of the first I've seen of the Spider. And this is a full nutter bolt replica.
Absolutely, exactly as the original.
Absolutely perfect as well. 993 GT2 RS replica. I asked them, what's the power? Don't know. 0-60? Don't know.
Top speed. Well, we know it can do over 170, for his words. Now then, interesting car. This actually got the same seat layout as a McCallum F1 if you look inside.
Whistle there from 2.5 litre straight 6 with 2 turbos. Next up we have our Carrera T, also with 6 cylinders, but this time in a flat formation.
3 litres with around 380 horsepower. Like the number plates as well.
Keeping with 6 cylinders over the rear axle.
3 left and 3 right, 275 horsepower in this. Absolutely sublime to drive these. Actually drove one of these back to back with the F-Type when it was launched about 12 years ago.
Very special. Know exactly what every single wheel and tyre is doing in one of those. Gives so much feedback to the driver, which gives them so much confidence to really push it out on the track. So we're back down to the bottom. Let's regroup our 5 cars together. We're going to bring them back up. Real focus on the Porsches in that run. So we should see our Spider RS coming up first. 4 litre flat 6, naturally aspirated, 500 horsepower in this, 3.4 seconds to 60. As part of the organisation of this event, we do have to give
details of how quick our cars can get to. We estimate that they can do around 60 to 70 miles an hour in that short space of acceleration, but some are even beating that, ladies and gents. Next up, this is our 993 GT2 RS replica. It's as close as you can get to the real thing, with a 3.8 litre flat 6. I asked Brooke the speed this morning, how much power? Okay. 90, 60? Not sure. What about top speed? We don't want to go more than 170.
Incredible. Next then. probably the only time of the year that I see this. The Contera MD1
turbos and sounded absolutely beautiful. Over 300 horsepower from that.
Let's go back to our Porsches. Pretty sure it's a Carrera T that's coming to join us next. The flat six engine in this is right over those rear wheels, so all the traction over that back end.
The Porsches really do just grip and go.
The flag drops, up it comes. Hard on the brakes, just an exquisite car to drive this.
Whether you're out on track or indeed out on the road, you can have an absolutely fantastic time with one of those, and I can tell you that from first-hand experience. I've been very lucky to have driven a few of those in my time. Fantastic car. Right then, let's have a few more, shall we? Let's move from 6 cylinders, what you've seen just, and let's move all the way up to 10 cylinders. This, an R8 V10. Shares many components with its sister car, the Lamborghini. And this was a V10, was with 610 horsepower.
Yeah, absolutely formidable speed in one of those. I don't believe this. My uncle's in this car. What are you doing in there? Who let him in? Right.
I'll be sorting that out later. He definitely should be in that Lotus. Usually find him in a Porsche, but here he is in the passenger seat of our Lotus. Out of forward with that 3.5 litre V6. Absolutely.
60 horsepower, sounding fantastic there. To the car for a while, so let's do that now with our Mercedes AMG here.
The AMG GTR 4-litre V8 twin turbo. Actually find that unit in many Astons as well.
And probably cut the Ferrari 4-seat major.
On the overrun, 585 horsepower. Now, if you take everything off a car and make it as light as possible, you have got an absolute delight of a recipe for the track.
Trailer have well and truly nailed it with this. Have a listen to the engine in this. It's only a 2-litre 4-cylinder, but listen to the noise.
Sucking the air into the engine, 250 horsepower, but 0-60 in 3.2 seconds. And I think our 900 horsepower Mustang wants a bit more. I don't think he was happy with that burnout.
You weren't happy last time with that burnout, were you? No, right, we're going to try again. I can see there's still a few millimetres of tread left, so...
Now, if you just to get the performance out of the car, you don't want the penalty, you just want to enjoy the speed, then look no further than this McCallum.
Interestingly, this also has
that Mustang, but not quite as much power. Formidably quick, heading down to the bottom of the track. Now, coming up next, we've got a special guest. Tell you more about that in a minute. First, so let's group our cars together and bring them back. Our Mustang driver said he wasn't happy with that burnout this morning, so he's going to give it another go on the way back. Let's see what he can do. And don't forget, ladies and gents, you could be a passenger in one of the cars this afternoon. Just make sure you head over to Sporting Bears, to those yellow marquees. Get your raffle tickets, just £2 a ticket, and you could be in one of the cars this afternoon. The final demonstration at 3 p.m. this afternoon, and at 4 o'clock, please make sure you join us in the main arena, because we've got our Supercar Sound Off. Whoever gets the loudest cheer from you will win our trophy. Now, back to the run, it's our Audi. That V10 Hell, if you close your eyes, you might think it's a Lamborghini, but no, this is the alright V10.
You never know whether it's changing.
all the way to the top and a lovely day of shift. Thank you very much, sir. That's made my day. Next up then,
I do believe we go down to our V6. It should be in our Lotus. Howling away, and this has a supercharger strapped to it to help force that air and
the supercharger, you get that lovely linear power delivery. 4-litre twin-turbo V8 at the front of this. Find this block in many Aston Martins as well. Of course, it is the AMG unit, this time in the AMG GTR. He's come to a stop exactly in the centre. It came off the boost. Now, if you like your turbos, you like your noise, you like your theatre, look no further than our next car. It is a Caterham coming, so it was our Mustang. Caterham with that red top Vauxhall unit in front, 250 horsepower, but 0-60. It's coming from the induction. It's literally sucking, gulping all the air in through those throttle bodies. Now it is indeed our Mustang. The thumbs up. It's hard on the brakes. Ladies and gents, do you want to burn out? Yeah, do you want to see some smoke? If you want some smoke, let's hear you, ladies and gents. Give them a cheer, put your hands together, let's cheer on. Next up then we have our McCallum. This is also a V8. It's also got 2 turbos, but it's all about efficiency, all about getting the most from that power. Nose right down, sniffing the ground, seeing if you can find a little bit of traction for it to head up to the top of the track. To the top of the straight. So we have a special guest here. Ladies and gentlemen, can I please ask you to give a very warm welcome and put your hands together for the Stick. And yesterday, our Cobra here bit the Stick, a bit squirrely. Let's see how he does today. Marshals waiting for the thumbs up. The Stick's ready. And away we go.
going to do now? Very good, Stig. We like that a lot. Let's get him back up. Shall we welcome him back up, ladies and gents? Shall we bring him back up? Yes, I think we should. I wonder if he's having an engaging conversation with the passenger. I'm guessing not. So we're going to regroup them, bring them back up. Make sure you come over and join me in 30 minutes, ladies and gents, in the main arena, because we're going to be chatting with Brookspeed, finding out about their involvement with the Sunbeam 1,000 horsepower land speed record car, and we're going to be chatting with our young motor racing driver, Oscar, who'll be telling us how you can get to motor racing while you're at school. But first, let's stick. Hard on the brake.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Beaulieu Supercar Weekend. Welcome back to the arena, and we're going to be having a chat about motorsport now. We're going to be chatting with Brookspeed. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello, Tim. Very well, thank you.
You enjoying the day?
It's been brilliant. Yesterday and today. So many people just looking at everything. It's fantastic.
Such a special event, the Beaulieu Supercar Weekend. Now, Martin, you're from Brookspeed. Let's just start by finding out who you are, what Brookspeed do.
Right, well, I'm the owner of Brookspeed, and we have got two garages locally, Southampton, one in Chandler's Ford and one in Eastleigh, and we do Porsche and McCallum and Lamborghinis at Chandler's Ford, and then VW Audi and Transporters at Eastleigh.
Now, what do you do in those garages? Because some of those cars do road cars, because even behind us here, we've got a race car. But how are you involved with all of these different elements?
Well, we started at Eastleigh as a racing team, and we had so many customers when we were racing Porsche, they came to us and said, can you service McCallum? So we had a business there, started a garage, and we moved to Chandler's Ford because we had two size-wise, and it's just grown from there. So we service, MOT, and sell. So it's service and sales, really.
And you've got a huge stack over there. I don't know how many cars you've got. I've lost count.
I think it's 16, but there seems to be another couple who come from somewhere or another.
Yeah. So starting with the road cars down there, you've got a beautiful replica that we saw on the demo road just there. And do you know what? I can't say this. I'm not allowed to. But they said to me today, so what's the power of it? So we don't know. What's an old 60? We don't know. We do know it will go over 170 miles an hour. We can't tell you how.
I've no idea, right?
Well, when you get back over there, you can ask them, how do you know it will go over 170 miles an hour? With some slap wrists, I'm sure. So we've got road cars, but you've also got some race cars too.
Yes. Well, what we tried to do, the theme, when we started out thinking about today, was road and race. So we've got this race in the cloud, and we've got the equivalent road car. And then we've got the two Caymans, called Caymans, one race, one road. And then I must say thank you to Foxcraft Racing, because one of my staff made a call to them and said, is there any chance of a couple of racing cars? And when they said we can have 5 Le Mans cars, one of which has been driven by Sterling Moss, I was blown away.
Wow.
Yeah, unbelievable.
I mean, it's so special to see them all. You just don't get access like this.
No, and like the GT2 Corvette, that's the ex-Le Mans car. Yeah, to get close to it, a few people have sat in it. Yeah, no, it's amazing.
And the thing is with race cars, when you see them fly past, they look stunning on all the graphics and the lyrics and so forth. But actually, when you get a bit closer, they can be a bit rough and ready.
They can be. It's usually they've had a big crash somewhere or other. People say to me when I want to buy a racing car, has it ever been crashed? Well, we always say no, but actually, more than likely it's had something like that. I mean, as I said yesterday, some of our cars have come back in boxes, like from America, where David Bradham pushed us off, and literally is just sweeping up bits and bringing it back.
But they are almost like tools, aren't they? You're in a race environment, you know, you're fighting for that first position.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they wear out very quickly because of course you're driving them at the absolute maximum all the time. But running into each other, you've only got to watch BTCC or something like that. But yeah, we've written off a few cars along the way, very expensive cars as well, so they are insured. Yeah.
Well, speaking of cars, you're working on quite a special one. We've got a model of it here, and it is this 1,000 horsepower Sunday, which is it's actually in the museum as well.
It is. Well, the chassis of it is on display in the middle of the museum, so people will be able to see that. And the reason it's like that at the moment is it's been completely stripped with everything taken off it. The workshop boys are working on it, and it was going to be painted black. But because when we took it apart, it had some writing in it, considering the car was built in 1926.
Yes.
It had chalk writing in it. So what we decided to do was do it in clear coat.
Yeah.
So everything that was there can still be seen. So that all of the running gear and everything are painted clear.
Fantastic. And once it's all back together, you won't be able to see it. So it's a real sort of opportunity to see it now.
Yeah. Well, it's worth having a look at it as it is at the moment. They've turned the corner and they'll start putting stuff back together. But just to let everybody know, the idea is a 4-ton car with 2 engines, 22.5 litres. The reason we're doing it is to take it back to Daytona Beach in 2027, which is exactly 100 years.
I mean, it's not a small thing. I saw it at the Massimo show last year, and it was ginormous. It's like a railway carriage. It's absolutely huge.
It's 23.5 feet long, 7 metres, I think it's 6 foot wide. But yeah, it's a monster, absolute monster. I would say there's a really good YouTube video called Scarf and Goggles, which is all about it. Yeah. And it's just mind-blowing that in 1926 they got a car that could do 200 miles an hour. Yeah. There's very few people around that have done 200 miles an hour.
Yeah. And they did that pretty much 100 years ago now.
Yeah. When cars still had spokes and whatever, you know. So yeah, so that's the thing, is to take this back and celebrate the 17th.
And you're going to take it back there. When are we taking it back there? Have we got a date?
March the 29th, 2027. So we're hoping to start it here next year, end of next year, maybe even the Supercar Weekend. The engineers will be dying at that thought. And then it will go around the UK and then go off to America to be there in March and probably do about 80 miles an hour because it's 100 years old and some of the parts, even though we're trying to use as many parts that are there, you could get tyres in 1926 that could do 200 miles an hour. You can't get them anymore for that size wheel, which are truck wheels. So about 80 miles, 70 to 80 miles an hour would be it.
Well, I would love to be there. I'm going to start saving the pennies up now so I can get out there and see it. That's absolutely amazing. I mean, that was the history of motorsport. But behind me over here, where is he?
He's here.
We've got almost the future of motorsport in front of us here. So let's start talking to you, young man. Come over here and let's have a look at. I mean, thankfully, this is not 4 tons. I know it doesn't quite do 200 miles an hour, but I'm sure when you're racing around the track, it feels fast enough.
It does feel fast enough. I can get 70 mile an hour in it.
70?
I can.
Wow. Well, right. So very quickly, you're Oscar. How old are you?
I'm 13 years old.
13. 1, 3. So you're still at school. Not even done your GCSEs yet, have you?
No, I'm just going into year 9 at the end of the summer holidays.
And you're here, sat. I mean, let's just go through this. You've got your seat here, steering wheel there, and then between your legs is
The fuel tank.
the fuel tank, and right next to you is
The engine.
which gets mighty hot, and you can do 70 in this. But what's it like when you're out on track in this?
It's like a thrill I can't explain, and it's all made possible by my sponsors, Aiden Park and BRD Racing, which is amazing.
Yeah, and they do help you along the way, getting you out on track. When you're on track, what does it feel like for you? Does it feel like home? Does it like something that you want to do all the time, or is it something that you really cherish? What's the emotions that you feel?
Well, obviously it's very expensive to get out and So when I'm out, I cherish what I have, but there's so much concentration in my driving, I'm not always focusing on the moment, but I look back and realise what I've done. It's just nice to be able to show people how to get into motorsport as well. This is where the race starts.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how long have you been in motorsport now?
I've been in motorsport for 5 years now, and professionally for 2 years.
So you were 8 years old.
Yes.
Wow, wow. And you're really dizzy then, I imagine. And you've got faster though.
I have got faster, luckily.
Now, what's the dream? What do you want to go on to do?
The dream would obviously be for any motorsport kid to get to F1, but I'd love to do something like GT World Challenge or to take Brookspeed back to Le Mans would just be incredible.
That sounds like an idea. He's put the thumbs up now, so that, I mean, your dad very kindly let you reverse the car in here yesterday. Did he let you drive it in again this morning? Possibly, and it's okay because it's private land, it's not out on the open road. But to learn how to drive, and this is something actually that young driving, I probably don't need young driving because you're out there, but work I've done with young driving previously, it's good to get the skills like this now and learn like what the body needs to do to control the car, because then when you turn 70 and you go and get your licence, you can control yourself and look at everything else going on around you rather than trying to think, how do I steer, how do I brake, how do I accelerate, oh there's a tree over there and a car there and a dog walking in front of me, you can concentrate on that. So I think it's fantastic what you do. What do all of your friends say at school?
Well, a few of them are jealous, I think, but lots of them realise that I'm working towards my dream, and I have had a lot of support around me, so I'm thankful for that.
Yeah. What I really like about you, Matt, I hope you don't mind saying this, is that you have got an amazing opportunity, but you're also working very hard, but you're not taking it for granted, and you're very grateful of it. Don't ever lose that. Make sure you keep it, it'll take you a long way. Well, I'm sure I speak for everyone watching this and listening to this. We wish you the very best of luck in your career in motorsport. And if there's anybody else watching, say like the young boys and girls around here, if they're thinking about doing this, what would you say to them?
I'd say that never ever give up, because there's always something possible, there's always a route to take.
I like that. Never ever give up. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you around the arena and watching on the screen, please have put your hands together. Martin from Brookspeed and Oscar, our young racing driver. Right hands together.
Here we are then. We have our Porsche. They're so popular, the Porsches down here. I can see why. They just grip and go. This one with a naturally aspirated flat 6 engine. It's right over those rear wheels. It is, of course, our GT4. This engine is actually a development of the 3-litre flat 6 twin turbo we saw earlier.
Getting the tail to wag on the Porsche, not easily done because they do love to grip and go. Next we keep with the Porsche theme. We have our
GTS next with the roof down. That flat 6 engine purring away. Hands on wheel, flag down. Here we go.
Sometimes well, but our driver completely overshot there. Don't forget to cheer and boo them, ladies and gents. Now then, who is a fan of Knight Rider? Because you're going to recognise this one.
Let's make some interesting noises on the start line. It'll definitely make some interesting noises as it heads down our straight here. Car's just being held, and we have a word with that driver who had a bit of an overshoot there. We do need them to stop in the middle of the track. 5-litre V8.
Sounding like thunder as it heads away. Despite the size of that engine, 5 litres, about 190 brake horsepower. Next then we have our Aston Martin. the DBS Superleggera.
In my opinion, one of the prettiest cars ever made. The design elements of it are just exquisite.
Lovely howl coming from the front end. Also one of the most powerful cars here today with over 700 horsepower. A ginormous engine in the front of our Viper.
You see the little square in the middle of the screen there?
This is an 8.4 litre V10 with the exhaust sticking out the side, you're sure to hear it.
Absolutely huge, that engine. Probably the largest engine we've had on our 8.4 litres, 609 seconds to 60. So, we've taken our first batch down. What we're going to do now is group them together and bring them back up. One of the reasons we ask our drivers to stop in the centre of the run is to avoid them picking up too much speed towards the bottom of the run. It's a slight curve at low speed, but it does get quite tight when you're going very quick down there. And just beyond those hay bales is a building from 1200 AD. And we'd like to keep it in the same shape as we'd like to keep most of our cars looking the same shape as well. So first coming back up then is the first of our Porsches. The GT4 has a 4 litre flat six. Now this was actually a development of the 3 litre flat six twin turbo, increasing the displacement by over a litre, but losing the turbos, taking it
doing the absolute best to wring the neck of the Porsche and trying to get to step out, but like I said, they really do grip
and go. Next up is the second of our Porsches. The flag's down, the nose is up. Very similar configuration with the engine over those rear wheels.
Just how quickly they accelerate. The nose step in the sky as it roars up to
The top of our hill here. Next, it's Kit. A ginormous 5 litre V8 in it, but only pulling out about 190 horsepower.
Still sounds great though. Nothing can replace the sound of a wonderful V8.
Well worth going to have a look at that car on the Sporting Bear stand. Next up then, we go for an altogether more mature approach with our Aston. Even when they're stood still, these are a beautiful car, but when they're moving, they look even better.
Lovely howl comes on the end. You can hear the overrun as well, and those turbos whistling away up front.
Now by far the largest engine we've had here, 8.4 litres.
To the jacket now we welcome the Ferrari to our straight here.
Now this is the California 30 edition, so it had 30 brake horsepower more, but it was also 30 kilograms lighter. One of 2000 built with a 4.3 litre V8 up front. Got the roof down, the thumbs up, and driver is ready to go. Passenger with a smile on her face, and it's going to be even bigger in just a moment. Italian V8, but let's move from Italy back to Britain, shall we, for our McLaren. 720S Spider, this one's actually got a slightly larger 4-litre V8 twin turbo. Usually you find 3.8 litres in the McLarens, but this with 720 horsepower allows you to get from 0 to 60 in just 2.9 seconds. You're going 212 by the time it runs out of puff. Here we go. Different sounds, even though it was a V8, same as a Ferrari, quite a different sound in the middle of that car. Now let's go back to Ferrari. We're going to put the engine back into the middle of the car. 430, engine right behind the driver and passenger. Of course, a naturally aspirated V8 from Ferrari. Pretty sure I'm right in saying it's no more, so these are going to become real collector's pieces. Lovely to hear those valves open in the exhaust to get the full noise there. Keeping that Italian theme, we have the 458 replaced the 430 that you've just seen go down the track there, whereas the 430 was more of a development of the 360. The 458 was altogether a very different piece. Same formula, but very different indeed. Have a look at the front, you'll see a couple of blades in the nose of that car, which is called at speed. Grip, and I think he just about made it. Stand, it's good to see you joining us now. Lovely howl from that Ferrari, that V8, but now let's hear the howl of a 3.8 litre flat 6. Full GT2 RS replica. Extraordinary lengths to make sure that do you know how quick it can go from 0 to 60? So we haven't found out yet. Horsepower, we haven't tested it yet, but we can tell you it'll do more than 170. I'll leave that one with you, ladies and gents. So we're going to regroup them and bring them back up. We've still got a few more batches lined up for you coming up in the next batches. I can see that we have got a Lamborghini, we've got a Mustang lined up, we've got Porsche. In fact, we've got 2 Porsches lined up for you, and an AC Cobra joining us too. That's all coming up in the next batch, but before that, we need to bring that batch back up to the top of the hill. Now, looking over at the screen, I can see our California 30 is lined up, ready to go. 30 brake horsepower more than standard, 30 kilograms lighter as well. Only 2,000 of these built. Flag drops, here we go. Hard on the brakes. Holding metal hard top as well in that, so really a car you could use whatever the weather. Looking down the hill there, I can see our McLaren's lined up, the thumbs up, the flag's out, here we go. Interestingly, this also has a V8 engine. You can see the restrictive aero work in there as well, going into the braking zone. That V8 mounted right in the centre of the car. Whereas the previous Ferrari was at the front. Our next Ferrari, which should be our 430, also has the engine in the middle. Here that howls a little bit louder than the McLaren, thanks to the natural aspiration rather than the two turbos that you saw on the car previous.
The 430 was very much a development of the 360, the car that it replaced, but the car that is coming up next, its successor, the 458.
Spider was a completely different beast, pretty much all new, with that wonderful V8 still sitting right in the centre. Same familiar howl, nice little screech of the tyres there coming to us. Let's see our driver using it as it was intended. With the aerodynamics and the downforce. Next up then, it's our Brookspeed built replica. They've gone to enormous lengths to make this as close to an original copy.
Hard on the brakes here, Pearson performing beautifully. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, would you like some more? Yeah! Not sure, let's try it again. Would you like some more, ladies and gents? Yeah! Excellent. Right then, let's have our next batch of cars. We're going to keep with the Italians, but rather than Ferrari, let's have our Lamborghini. We've got the sun out, so we've got the roof down. The Performante here with that V10 right in the middle of the car. John Moore's 5.2 litres of displacement. Car, driver and passenger all seem happy in the flag drop, so here we go.
All on the way down and then a lovely pop and crackle too. So let's go from the howl of a V10 to the thunder of a V8, a 5-litre V8 in the front of this Mustang here. We've had plenty of Mustangs down the straight, they always put a great show for us. What a fantastic car to own.
Classic Formula, of course, the Mustang celebrating 60 years this year. It's still sticking to that front mounted V8.
The Mustang safely down the straight now then. Also associated with Brookspeed,
If you saw Oscar, our young racing driver a minute ago, this is his dad. No pressure, Dad.
going away the 718 Spider RS 4-litre. Now then, this sounds absolutely glorious on tickover. No doubt it's going to sound even better. It's the AC Cobra.
I thought it was the right one. This has got a huge 7.8 litre V8 in it. Let's hear this.
Sucking out left and right, you get the full experience there. First we need to dispatch our Porsche down our track here. Now I've driven plenty of these in my time and I am yet to be disappointed by one. They are absolutely sublime to drive.
Give you so much feedback, so much confidence when they're on the road or the track. The
Porsche's always just a grip and go. Don't matter what the conditions are. In all the years I've seen it, I'm yet to see one go. Porsche's philosophy is a car should be able to stop twice as quickly as it can accelerate. The Aston at the top of the hill here now is a V12. Over 500 horsepower at the nose of this car, and just ultimate luxury inside. Still a beautiful design all this time later. Right down the track, was not expecting that kind of noise from that. Now, while our cars regroup, I'll tell you a quick story about the AC Cobra. There's many a story and many a legend out there. One of my favourites is when that car was sold originally, over in the States, all of the dealers were told to take prospective buyers out to a nice quiet location and keep a $100 bill in their pocket. They would come to a stop, put the money on the dashboard, and then they would floor it. They would turn to the passenger and say, if you can pick up that money before 100 miles an hour, you can keep it. Not one dealer lost their money. Not one. Gives you an idea of the power of the original, but our Lamborghini's ready to come up now. Down to moving the engine to the nose of the car. Nearly the same size despite being 2 cylinders less. 5 litre V8 at the front of this Mustang, sending all the power to the rear wheels. It's a classic combination. The thumbs up, the flags down. Let's see it come. Hard on the brakes, coming to a perfect stop. Short shift into second. Heading back safely into the paddock area now. Looking down the track, seeing which car is lining up for us next. It is indeed 718 joining us. Huge flat to the back of the beautiful ducktail spoiler on the back of it. You should be able to see more of that car over at the Brookspeed stand. Now, one of the largest engine cars here, 7.8 litre V8 in the nose of this. The thumb is up, the flag's down. With the exhaust pointing out to the left and right, you get the full experience with this one. Really, isn't it? It's that large. Anyway, let's move down to the bottom of our track again as we line up our Porsche. The flag there is ready. As soon as it drops, our Porsche will transfer all of its power to those wheels into the tarmac and it'll be away. Here we go. Lovely help on that flat 6 engine, lovely rev there. Lovely to see that joining us back at the top of the hill now. Looking down, I can see it is our DB9, believe it or not. It's been 20 years since we first saw the DB9. It was a stunning design when it appeared in the early 2000s, and
Maybe going to the British Motor Show up in Birmingham when I first brought that in, just to go and see it. Next up then, we're keeping with our Porsches. Probably one of the most track-focused cars we've had here this weekend. The GT3 RS, an immensely capable car on and off the road.
breaking the power away to stop those rear wheels. Woke us up this morning, it's going to keep us awake this afternoon. It is, of course, our Lamborghini Performante.
That V10 burning away, but we want to hear a scream.
All the way up to the rev limiter, that's what we like to see. There's lots of different approaches to performance. You can of course go lightweight, lower power, and that is Lotus's approach. Some prefer to use more power, but of course
Getting more and more power out of car can indeed add extra weight. But where you don't have weight, you don't have more mass to move forward.
This is one of the most responsive cars that we have got here. Just a moment ago, the DB9, of course, the Vantage, when that came out, was also
A firm favourite in this one, the Vantage S. V8 up front rather than V12. They did eventually squeeze V12 into one of these as well.
with our driver afterwards, because I think he's put the wrong fuel in it. It's meant to be. From Britain over to America and see our classic Corvette here take to the track.
Screen's starting to go around.
5.7 litre V8 up front, pushing about 350 brake horsepower.
That's a still looks showroom fresh, that. With that V8 theme with our Maserati also in the front of the car. .7 litre V8 of 454 brake horsepower. Great performance, but also a superb Grand Tour of this. Down. Next up then, but also a treat for Mr. Robert Denton. Hello.
I think, ladies and gents, all of you must know this. It is Robert Denton. He is the life and soul here. We absolutely love Robert Denton. He has the best time wherever he goes. And we've given him an extra treat as we've put him in this Dodge Viper. Here we go. Enjoy it, Robert.
Oh, bless him. I think that's made his year, to be quite honest. Oh, Robert. We do love Robert Denton. He's such a sweetheart. He goes to so many shows. He comes to pretty much every single show here at Beaulieu, and it's wonderful to see him enjoying himself there. 8 litre V10 in the front of that, pushing out about 400 horsepower. Right, let's make your days, ladies and gents. Let's regroup them, bring them all back up, because in just half an hour's time we're going to be in the main arena for the Supercar Sound Off. It's our grand finale here at the Beaulieu Supercar Weekend. A Lamborghini won it yesterday. I've no idea what is joining us today, but no doubt you will all help us choose our winner. Whoever gets the loudest cheer at 4 o'clock will indeed win our Supercar Sound Off trophy. But that's coming up at 4 o'clock. Right now, let's bring our cars back up to the top of the hill. The GT3
Masterclass in performance and masterclass of getting the most from an engine and getting it into the track. Absolutely sublime.
Next is our Lamborghini. Are you ready for a V10 howl? The thumbs up, the flags down. Saber-toothed tiger gets the hairs on the back of your neck stood up. Next up then we have our Lotus joining us on the track. The flag's waved. Might have a much smaller engine this at V6.
The response of it is absolutely wild.
Looking down to the bottom of the track, I can see our next car is lined up and ready to take on our track here, and I'm pretty sure that this is our Aston Martin Vantage S. For a moment I thought we'd had a Spitfire join us, but no, it is a fabulous Aston Martin. How on earth he could make a fossil fuel sound that good is beyond me. Next up then, should indeed be our Corvette, and there it is, that V8 thundering away.
And looking absolutely showroom fresh. Go and have a look at that car over in the fields later on, ladies and gents. It really is immaculate.
And Maserati keeps that V8 theme alive.
Much louder than the Corvette. Of course, a bit of Italian style joining us too. And so, ladies and gents,
We come to the final car of the day. It is our 8 litre V10. And I wonder what's louder, the car or Robert Denton's squeal. Well, sorry, they're locking it up.
We are in the theatre of noise and power. This is where we turn fossil fuel into noise. We're going to start down here with this. This is one of the quickest 4-door saloons still, I mean, it's a couple of years old now, but it's still faster than many. 5 years old, wow. 5 years old, and it's still faster than some of the modern EVs that are lapping the ring. Project 8 with a massive supercharged V8 up front. Now, have you ever done this before? No. Well, we've got fingers crossed. Can we have a little listen to you? Ooh, very good. Now, it's not just about the volume, it's about what sounds best, and to me that sounded fantastic. So we'll see which one's going to win. Now then, you sir, you've got 2 more cylinders than our man here, but also your engine's at the back. So I think you might have a bit of an advantage. Have you done it before?
Yeah, a couple of times.
But not here?
Not here.
Okay. Well, let's have a little listen. Excellent. Hopefully that's getting a nicely up to temperature. Now then, come and have a look at this. This is our Maserati. A beautiful Grand Tourer. But also, she's got a bit of poker. V8 up front. Have we done anything to her?
It's just going to resonate deleted.
Okay, well, let's have a little listen. Oof, they are sounding very good indeed. So don't forget, ladies and gents, it's down to you which one you think sounds best, whoever gets the loudest cheer. Now then, in previous years, you have won Sound Off. I'm pretty sure we've had a GTR from you, we've had a Supra, and now we've got this.
Honda NSX, one of one in the world.
Wow. Okay, so can we have a little listen? That's sounding lovely. That is sounding very nice indeed. Now then, our Aston Martin. Yeah, very, very respectable car. But you, sir, decided to fit a one-off titanium exhaust to it. And by the sounds of it, you fuel it on bullets. Let's hear it. Absolutely glorious. Now we've got 2 blue cars here, both from America, both representing the States. Both of them V8, but his is slightly bigger than yours. How big's your engine?
6.2.
6.2 litre V8. Let's hear it. With a supercharger. Come on then. Wow. I think I might know who's going to be loudest here. That was very, very... He's like, I'm going to go home. 5 litre Coyote V8. Yep. Have we done anything?
May have messed about the exhaust a little bit.
May have, of course you have. Let's hear it. Now then, you, this morning, when we were in the driver's brief, said, yeah, I've upgraded the brakes. Didn't say anything about the exhaust. What have you done to the exhaust?
Firstly, I say I'm sorry. It's got a Quicksilver sports exhaust system.
Excellent. Let's have a listen. Lovely stuff. Right then, ladies and gents, the way this works. Where is Nate? Nate, come on over. So what we're going to do first is we're going to find out which one is loudest. We're going to use Nate here, and we're going to try and remove some of this lovely beard by using the exhaust of these cars. Well, we've given you a 10 in previous years, so you're about to get even more of one. So this is our Project 8, okay? You get yourself in position and get yourself ready. It sounds phenomenal, but now we're going to find out how loud it is in your own time. Now the Jags in previous years. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for our Project 8. Now the Jags in previous years sometimes struggle because in neutral they do put a bit of a rev limiter on there. You, sir, reached 106.8 decibels. Well done. Not a bad score at all. You, on what I know it's going to be loud. Take it away. Lovely stuff. Ladies and gents, put your hands together for the V10. Okay, so we had 106 to beat. You have reached 1 113.4. So you're in the lead at the moment, but you did have the advantage of not having the rev limiter. Now then, you've tinkered with the exhaust, and we've got the V8 up front. Let's see if those longer pipes help you. Take it away. Good man. Ladies and gents, put your hands together for the Maserati. So, 113 to beat. 1:09.1. Not bad going at all. Now then, you've won in previous years. I don't think you've been loudest. In fact, actually, your GTR was loudest one year. It made an enormous noise. Let's find out how loud this one is. Lovely stuff, ladies and gents. Put your hands together for the one-off NSX. Alright, so we're at 113. You 116.3. You are loudest at the moment. I can't remember what you scored yesterday, but let's see if you can get a bit louder than this man. 113 were yesterday. Good luck. Take it away. He gave it everything. Let's find out. Okay. You were 113 yesterday. 113.6 again. So the NSX is still up there. Oh no. Oh Lord. The only way this could be worse is if the exhaust was pointed in that direction, which I know we've had in previous years. Right, take it away. Ladies and gents, put your hands together for me. Alright, okay, so 116 to beat. 117.8. Well done, my man. You are loudest at the moment. Over to you. Take it away. Alright, let's hear you, ladies and gents. Put your hands together for the Mustang. Hey, you were close. 114.3. That's not bad going considering your engine. That was slightly smaller, but we won't tell anyone about it. Now then, you naughty boy, let's see what you can do. Lovely stuff. You may recognise that noise from the V10 we heard earlier. Okay, so it was 117 to beat. 115.7. You were so close, which means you, sir, are the loudest. Put your hands together for tomorrow. Now, if it was anywhere else, that would be enough for you to win. But this is Beaulieu, and it's a Supercar weekend, so it's not down to your loud car, it's down to you, ladies and gents. Before I hear you cheer, we're going to hear each one again, one last time. So, Project 8, let me hear you. Thank you very much. Let's hear our V10. Thank you. Next up, the Maserati. And our NSX. The Aston. The Camaro. The Mustang. And finally, the Lambo. Okay, now, that's it, ladies and gents. You've heard them all. We're going to hear them all again at the end, but now it's over to you. Whichever one you cheer for loudest will win. Nate, come on over, sir. It's all over to you, ladies and gents. Whichever one you cheer for loudest, whoever gets the loudest cheer now wins our Sound Off trophy. Nate, if you want to stand in the centre, hold it up nice and high. If you want the Project 8 to win, cheer for me now. Okay, a ripple, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. It's got enough awards, Project 8, it's fine, it's fine. If you think the R8 should win, cheer for me now. Okay, okay. If you want the Maserati to win, cheer for me now. Okay, okay. If you want the NSX to win, cheer for me now. Okay, okay, okay. The Aston Martin with the titanium exhaust. If you want it to win, cheer now. Okay, okay. The NSX is very clearly winning at the moment. The Camaro. If you want it to win, cheer now. Okay, okay. Mustang. If you want it to win, cheer now. Okay, and finally the Lamborghini. If you want it to win, cheer now. Okay, we've got two. Can you come join me? Can I borrow you a minute? So this is it, ladies and gents. You've picked two cars. Come over, sir. Come and join me. Come over and join me. Well done. You're in the final two. Best of luck to you both. This is it, ladies and gents. If you want the NSX to win, it's won in previous years. Where is he? Who's doing that? Stop it. You're not getting those back. Now, if you want the NSX to win, he's won in previous years with the Supra. He's got the NSX now. If you want him to win, cheer now! Okay. If you... We found out yesterday that Robert Denton can actually cheer at 115 decibels. That's about as loud as your car. Anyway, if you want the Camaro to win, cheer now! I'm not joking, I can see the meter. Both of them. Both read 104.4 decibels then. It's a tie break. You ready? I'm looking at you guys as well behind. I need you all to cheer. If you want the NSX to cheer, to win even, cheer for me. No! Okay. Good luck. Camaro, if you wanted to win, cheer now. Okay. You, well, I should say you, ladies and gentlemen, for the NSX, reached 104.2 decibels. You've got the loudest car. And with a score of 106 decibels, you are our winner. Well done to you. Congratulations, commiserations, sir. But you have won in previous years. A fantastic car. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, your Sound Off winner. The prize there. Please put your hands together for the Camaro. And a big thank you to Spitfire Detailing for sponsoring our awards and for helping us with the show today. Now then, ladies and gents, before you all go home, would you like to hear all of them all together? Should we do that? Okay, let's do that then. Ladies, gentlemen, start your engines. Get yourselves ready to go. Come on, young man, quick, there's people waiting. And we're going to take it after 3. Oh. Which button do I press? Which button? The middle one. I'm pressing it. Oh, has it got a magic button? See? Go and get in the car. Go on, get in the car. Right then. Quick, there's people waiting. Ladies and gentlemen, before we do this, I ask you all to put a huge round of applause together for all of these guys down here in high vis who've worked tirelessly for the whole weekend and putting on this fantastic show. Here we go then. After 3, ladies and gents, take it away. 1, 2, 3. Lovely stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, can I please ask you to put your hands together for all of our cars and drivers. Put your hands together for us. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Now, if you have, can I ask a favour? Underneath this video, you'll find a thumbs up, and if you hit that, it'll help put this video in front of more people just like you. And if you've really enjoyed it, why not hit that subscribe button? You'll get a new video from me pretty much every week. And coming up next, we're keeping in the supercar theme. It's simply Aston Martin here at Beaulieu. Hopefully see a few of you there, but if not, don't worry, the video will be online same day as always. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.